Get that poem. I'll be reading a couple more than 5. This first one, well, the first 2 poems I'm going to read are about faith, about growing up as a Christian, and so I'll need to say about that. The first one's called Utility. As a child, I watched baseball in God. When my brother pitched, I gave him total concentration. At the moment of release, I would close my eyes and plead, "Dear God, let it be a strike. Yet not my will, but yours." Never told my brother why he won so many games, but I held it over him in my head when he hated me. He knew it too. That's why he let up at the last moment and never hurt me real bad, because he knew he needed me to win. He needed Jesus Christ. And the fact of that gave my life utility. The reason why most people don't kill most people. And you don't yet know the truth about us, that you can't keep us in graves, that your heel on the stone has nothing on us, that your steel vaults mean nothing to the children of an escape artist, that we are not safe inside our chests, that in the dark we will convulse, that resurrection is a word like razor blades you don't handle as carefully as you should, that decomposition has nothing on us, and that is disturbing, that Jesus is disturbing, as empty alleys, as dogs in darkness, as a sudden shift in cabin pressure. You don't already know this, what we know, that we come back from the dead. This bothers us, not you, not yet. This next one is called Raised. When do you raise your hands? Close your eyes first. Must you sway before you raise those hands? Must you feel before or after those hands? How do you learn what to feel when you whisper, "Jesus, yes, yes, Jesus, I want you, only you, help me, God"? You must learn it before you close your eyes. If everyone closed first, no one would see to raise their hands when we all say, "Jesus, oh yes, Jesus, I'm so sorry." It means we all watched each other in the dark when we were alone, like seeing your friend naked in the locker room, how small he is, or folding your mother's underwear, wondering how she feels inside them, or the intimate revelation of a fart. They told us to imagine we were all alone, just you and God, no one else. But in the raising of the hands, in the "Yes, Jesus, more please, forgive me, Jesus," most of all, we wanted to know we weren't alone. We all learned together in that fumbled black desire. We kept our eyes open when they told us not to. This next one is called Donation for the Hurricane. And the hurricane is Hurricane Katrina, and we had a blood drive at our school. Maybe some of you had that too. And I'd never given blood before, to my experience. "It hurts real bad," I said, turned away. "Nothing's coming out," the nurse said. He rolled the needle under my skin. I imagined the needle slurping like a straw at the bottom of a cup. I told them I was going to faint, so the nurses moved me so that I lay there upside down like St. Peter, with my head toward the ground and my feet upward toward the sky. They unhooked the half-empty bag. All the blood rushed into my skull, and my mind turned lucid and washed. My eyes wide looking up at the skylight of that room, I could have cried then for all the liquid filling my brain. So amazed at the failure of the gift, and there was not enough to use. How Jesus might have felt if the blood had stopped coming and there was only half a quart for the whole world to divvy up. Taken in a wineskin by a centurion guard, the nurse says, "It's okay, good job. Not enough for today." Then he says to all those waiting, "Sorry, I am so sorry." And this next one is called Propellant. Sky is the hope of rain, lungs created before air, and so is winter. Tell it to the worm buried and he will not believe a word you say. Hope is a wasted tank of gas to find you've been dumped. Hope is the ankle pumping against gravity, human rocket propellant burning to fumes and a weak flame. Hope glances toward the door at the jingle of the bells. Hope recruits suicide bombers. A dancing woman with gilded skin, the smile of God, a world scrubbed to a sheen, makes us strap on anything we can find and explode. Two more poems here, and this next one is from the perspective of an old farmer. There's lots of old farmers, right? Marie, come down to me, you're a good woman, to stand beside, mending my sleeves on the evening porch, always so much your mother then. All my joints are resting, but not stopped. The implements always press against my hands, and my knees shake now from the years, even as I sleep. And I'm liking you best, lost in your own thoughts. You knot your hair with inattention. Beside my torn-up chest, you are barely breathing. Now, as with all the times I've loved you most, I don't want to have you, arrest you in the doorway, or kiss you on the stairs to our room. I simply want to sit as a shadow, like a dark tree still before the moon. This next poem I wrote 2 summers ago when I was driving around Nebraska, and the place where I camped that night was where the Lewis and Clark expedition camped. So I thought it was my duty to write home. So this is called Private Thoughts. Follow old Meriwether home, he knows the way. Through the gentle hills and prairie ponds, the wind tops the sergeant glances. Old Chuck Floyd lies on the bluff, a fair man, old Chuck, in his last days, flummoxed, wrenching over by camp, shitting blood. Still we slip along through the land of birds, great multitudes in all colors. Choruses all day and all damn night, reminds me something of church, back home, as do the wildflowers. Sometimes it snows in summer here, when a sharp wind hits the tops of the cottonwoods, and all the tufts falling on my coat, on Henry's oar, on the old dog, on the Indian women, on Captain Lewis, as fairies might. Done with guns when I return, done with women, done with drink. These months have played on me so strange. Makes me want to learn some things, to read books and geography like Clark. Sew pockets, collect things in my pockets, draw them down for later reflection. Not being smart, I have no brains to speak of. Just seeing there, Jacob's tear at Chuck's grave. Those light puffs on glossy black Indian hair, a million little birds, what I had not suspected before. Thank you.